Hey y'all, today I'm showing you how to make a DIY natural deodorant sponsored by Sky Organics. I'm starting out by measuring out a half cup of organic coconut oil with vitamin E. Coconut oil delivers intense moisture to dry skin, so I'm just going to go ahead and pour that into the bowl. Next, I'm going to measure out 1/4 cup of sweet almond oil. It gently moisturizes the skin and gives long-lasting moisture and softness. I'm just going to go ahead and pour that in and let it melt down with the coconut oil. Next, I'm measuring out 1 tablespoon of organic shea butter. It helps to boost the skin's overall radiance and provides softer, smooth skin. So I'm just going to go ahead and scoop that in and let that melt down with the rest of the mix. Next, I'm going to add in 1/4 cup of organic white beeswax pellets. This is the perfect ingredient to bring the DIY deodorant together. It is a fuss-free way to melt down beeswax, 100% pure and responsibly sourced. So I'm just going to scoop them out into the bowl using my spatula. Next, I'm going to add in 1/5 teaspoon of vitamin E oil. It delivers moisture to allow skin to be more youthful looking and more even toned. Now I'm going to stir all of these ingredients together to promote them to melt down and mix together. And then after I finish stirring, I'm going to turn off the heat because the next 2 ingredients should not be added while the heat is on. You basically want to keep stirring until the pellets are no longer pellets and the solution is clear and see-through. And then you want to let the bowl sit for 1 minute before adding in the next ingredient. Next, I'm going to measure out 1 tablespoon of zinc oxide. It's an uncoated mineral powder that's usually used in DIY beauty projects. Again, it is very important that you add this powder in after the bowl has sat for about a minute with no heat underneath so that the zinc oxide does not burn. So after you pour it in, you just want to go ahead and give it a nice mix, a nice stir, just stirring in all the ingredients for the final time. Get any powder that you may have dusted along the side and try to scoop it down into the mixture. And you just want to keep mixing in like this back and forth motion that I did, and that way you'll be able to mix the mixture well together, and it should look something like this, like a milky type of color. Lastly, you want to add in 20 drops of your favorite essential oil. Today I'm using organic lavender essential oil from Sky Organics, and I'm just gonna put in 20 drops and measure them out, and it actually smells really nice. Then I'm going to give it another good mix, just mixing it back and forth in this motion like this. And this is pretty much going to be the color of the deodorant. So now I'm going to put it to the side off of the stove, and I'm going to let the bowl sit for 5 more minutes. I'm not going to let it harden, I'm just going to let it cool down. Now it's time to store the deodorant. So you want to have like a glass jar to store it in. So I do have 4 small glass jars behind the bowl here, but I actually only had to use 2 based on the measurement of ingredients that I used. So I just took the bowl and poured it into the jar. You can use a funnel if you need one, but I didn't need one because of how the edge of the bowl was made. and it just poured nicely into the jar. So once I filled up the first jar, I filled up the second one, and that's about it. That's only 2 jars that I needed. So now I'm gonna let it sit for 15 to 20 minutes and let it solidify before attempting to use it. To use the deodorant, I would just pop off the lid and then use this tiny little tool that I found to just scoop out the deodorant and just smooth it onto my underarm. I hope this video was helpful. Thumbs up if it was. Thank you so much, Sky Organics, for sponsoring this video, and I hope you guys check out more videos like this on my channel.